Alrighty guys, let me set the stage for you. You are craving a blue cheese wedge salad from your favorite steakhouse, but you don't feel like loading up the car with the whole family, and you don't feel like spending the money on eating out at a nice restaurant tonight. So let's just make one at home. To make the best blue cheese wedge salad, we're going to start by making the best blue cheese dressing. So here in a mini food processor, we're going to mix up the whole thing. The reason why we do it in a mini food processor is because if we're crushing up those blue cheese crumbles, they're going to completely permeate all the creamy components of our dressing, and it's going to be super flavorful. If you don't have a mini food processor, you could use something like a smoothie blender. It doesn't take much effort, really. So in here, what we're going to do is we're going to start with a quarter cup of mayo and a quarter cup of sour cream, half a cup of blue cheese crumbles, half a cup of cream, heavy whipping cream. This is going to be a rich dressing, but it goes over iceberg lettuce, so it's fine. The secret ingredient is half a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. This just gives it this special flavor where you're like, I don't know what that is, but I like it. It's really good. Then we're just going to add a little salt and pepper, and we'll mix the whole thing up. Pop the top on. I love making it this way because the cleanup is super simple and it's really fast. We'll get the top on. Okay, so and we have a beautiful dressing. It's thinner now than it's going to be when we assemble our salad because we're going to pop it in the fridge, and while it's in there, it's going to set up a little bit and thicken. So it's going to be just the right consistency to get down in all of the cracks of our iceberg lettuce and hold on and be fantastic. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's get this in the fridge. We're going to let it hang out there for 30 minutes to up to, a day if you wanted to make it in advance. And then we can get cracking on the rest of the components to our wedge salad. Alrighty guys, this is the fun part. We get to actually assemble our wedge salad, and I'm going to show you a couple secrets, little tips to making your salad more like what you get at a restaurant when you're making it at home. The first thing I did was I prepped my wedges. So I cut my iceberg lettuce in half, and then I took half of that and made it 3 so that they're just a little bit smaller for my kids. And then I took the other half of the iceberg lettuce and I cut it down the middle to get this better size for me and my husband. So this is our canvas. This is going to go over here on a plate, and it's going to get some wonderful toppings. Let's talk about these toppings. I have some crumbled bacon. It was a bigger pile a minute ago, but I was eating it to make sure that it was going to be good, and it turns out it's fine. So some crumbled bacon. I've got some cherry tomatoes that have been cut in half. I've got some chives, some blue cheese crumbles, and a shallot. Now, wedge salads usually have a little onion component, and here's a tip when you're going to eat raw onion. You want that shaved, cut as thin as possible so that you're getting the flavor, but you're not getting a punch. So after I cut off the end, I like to just take my knife and just put a couple little marks in it so I know how thin I can get it. And then I go back and I shave it so that it's super, super thin. So we're just going to get these beautiful little slivers. If you can do shallot, you can do red onion, you can do green onion, chive. I love chives and I like shallot, so I'm going to do both. The beauty of making this at home is that you get to make it exactly how you want it. All right, that's good. I only need a little bit, so that'll work. Okay, let's assemble this. So I've got my wedge and our dressing that's been hanging out in the fridge for a while. And see how much thicker it is? That's good. So good. I'm gonna pour this over. I do want it to get down into the cracks just a little bit. One thing that restaurants do, and it really pulls together the blue cheese dressing with the other flavors, is a little balsamic drizzle, like a balsamic reduction. So I have one that's store-bought. We're gonna get this right on there so it can mix with our blue cheese, but we're just gonna give it a super light drizzle, some little stripes to combine, and then we can get everything else on there. So we're gonna do some blue cheese crumbles. And get some tomatoes that I've cut in half. Our bacon, of course. Love it, love it. A lot of bacon. A few of our red onion. Good. And some chives. If you want it to feel like a restaurant, don't skimp on the garnish. Make sure you include that. I like black pepper, so I'm gonna do a little bit of that. And one little pinch of salt, especially on the tomatoes. Bam. How good does that look? Tell me this doesn't look like it came straight out of your favorite steakhouse. I think it did. All right, guys, all that's left to do is eat. So let's catch a bite real quick. I'm so excited. Go ahead and get some of the bacon and the tomato, all that dressing. Oh, so good. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in my kitchen. I appreciate it so much because your time is your most valuable resource, and the fact that you are here with me in my kitchen means the world to me. If you need the recipe card, you can either head over to fancyaproncooking.com, or you can click the link in the description below where you can snag the recipe. Make sure you come back and spend more time with me in my kitchen so that we can cook together. Go make some food that'll make some smiles, guys.